Americans are not idiots. Meghan Markle's fake mask fell off. Royals united in support of Princess Catherine during Easter service. This will be the main content in the newsletter today. Last weekend, the women of the royal family paid subtle tribute to Princess Catherine at Easter service, displaying a united front against Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. We're going to talk about that a little later on in this video, but what do we have now? So everyone continues to be blatantly lied to by Meghan Markle. She cheated and moved from the UK to California. And the reason she gave, of course, was privacy. But I find it pretty interesting that Meghan Markle chose her home state of California to take her family to, after being so awful towards her kindly British adoptee family. So Meghan claimed that she just had to get away from the horrible media in the UK. Seems strange to me, though, that the only ugly press I saw about Meghan Markle before she ran away from the UK was a few comedy skits about her, portraying her as trashy, and it was all produced and aired in the US, and it was actually banned in the UK. I saw it on Google, and it was funny, I gotta tell ya. So Meghan was complaining about her sister-in-law using her hair straightener and stuff like that. And I saw comments like, I can tell Kate's been using my tongs because of the gray hair stuck to it. So what happened when Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Hypocrisy and Lies, cried racism to Oprah? Well, 80% of the US audience really turned on the monarch. They were gullible. But let's find out a little bit more about the Duchess of Deceit, because trust me, friends, this is a con job. And once the truth comes out, I'm guessing they're going to make a movie, and that movie is going to make The Crown look absolutely boring. 80% of Americans acting crazy after that live fest, turning on the monarchy, but I don't believe it was really 80%. I think it was just Meghan Markle's sugars and the race baiters. I think most Americans are like me. We saw right through the lies. So why do you think that Oprah Winfrey had to backtrack? Why did she do that interview with her bestie Gayle King within just a few days? And at first, maybe some Americans believed them on the Oprah show. But I think that's because so many people watched Oprah for such a long time and they trusted Oprah. But now those same people are laughing hysterically at Harry and Meghan. So many people despise them after all their whining, after all their desperate grabs for attention. But the truth is, most Americans aren't bothered with hating them. Most Americans just laugh at them. When Meghan's mask slips, it's a scary sight. You can see her true nature right there on her face. So I don't believe all Americans were taken in by Harry and Meghan's lies. Sunshine Sachs, Netflix, Spotify, well, they just saw the dollar signs because they knew how many people love a little bit of scandal. That's why there are so many tabloids that print a bunch of lies. And obviously Meghan Markle has some type of severe psychiatric condition. She's even admitted that she just goes off on these rages that she can't control. She needs years and years of counseling for her problems, and Harry probably does too. But first, he needs to man up and he needs to leave her and Marcus before serious money issues make their lives even more miserable. Alright, so let's talk about the truth of the infamous Mother's Day photo. Is it true that the photo was actually snapped in November of 2023? Okay, so I don't think those photos were such a big deal. It just showed the love of a mother for her children, and their love returned right back. And it was focused on Mother's Day, which is what it was supposed to be all about. It was a beautiful message, I thought, from the Princess of Wales to all mothers in the UK, something she has done since Prince George was an infant. Honestly, the Princess of Wales could have been photoshopped into space, and it still would have been a nice message. I think she is an amazing woman, and she is going to make an amazing queen. There were a couple of things, though, that I found offensive. So first of all, the palace announced Catherine's surgery was serious, and that she wouldn't be healthy and strong enough to go back to full duties until after Easter weekend. And she was requesting people not to speculate because she wanted to protect her 3 children. She didn't want to scare them. And so many people couldn't even give her that basic courtesy. Shameful. In the end, if she never again shares a casual photo of her family, then I'd say that's deserved. If I were advising Catherine, I would only approve photos attached to formal occasions. I wouldn't want to create a mess again. Honestly, I was just furious at the way a member of the royal family was treated. She did nothing wrong. She has never said anything that deserved that response. She learned from the late queen. She was her mentor. And she would have been absolutely horrified to see the way that Catherine was treated. And even if it was taken in November, who cares? They're a family of 5, and obviously William on his days off likes taking pictures of his gorgeous wife and their beautiful children. It was Mother's Day, and obviously Catherine was not feeling 100%, so they decided to post it after editing it just a little bit to make it nicer. I just don't understand why that's such a big deal for so many people. Meanwhile, during the Easter Sunday service at St. George's Chapel in Windsor, the royal women made an appearance, and it seemed like they were paying tribute to Princess Catherine. And they also stood united against Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The royal family got together for the traditional Easter service, but there weren't quite as many people there because of King Charles's ongoing cancer treatment. But this was King Charles's most significant public appearance since he's been diagnosed with cancer, and that really shows us that he's making some good progress in his recovery, thank God. He has had to scale back on public duties, but it looks like he's doing okay. All female members of the family, except for Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, wore green, and that prompted some speculation about the significance of that color. Now, it is possible that they were showing support with the color green, support for both King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales, because green, remember, is synonymous with the Cancer ribbon and Macmillan Cancer support. Royal expert A. Hagen has weighed in too, suggesting that the royal women's decision to wear green could certainly be a show of unity. Personal stylist Francesca Ken has agreed, saying that the color green represents growth and optimism, and that fits in well with themes of resurrection, sacrifice, and new beginnings that we usually associate with Easter. They all looked beautiful, and they certainly did make a statement with wearing green. It probably shows their support for King Charles and his battle with cancer. And it could also be a reflection of the Easter season symbolism and the hope and the optimism that it represents. Now, it's not uncommon at all for them to coordinate colors at events. They often try to make a statement or convey a specific message with their colors. We could also attribute this color choice to Macmillan Cancer or the association of green with Easter itself. That's another possibility. It certainly was a counterpoint to Meghan Markle's statements that she made in the past about deliberately avoiding wearing bright colors during her time in the royal family because, oh yeah, they were worried that she was going to overshadow them. I remember Meghan claimed that she basically had no choice but to wear neutrals. She had to wear beige and camel and white so that she wouldn't clash with the late queen and other senior royals. Okay, Meghan. Well, look at the royal family. They decided to wear green, and that shows their unity, and it really contradicts Meghan's past statements. Harry, meanwhile, seemed to be in a pretty somber mood as the royal family celebrated Easter Sunday by attending the church service. Now, Harry is actually famous for loving Easter and loving the traditions, and I'm sure that he felt a sense of sadness because he wasn't there with his family. Royal author Tom Quinn also said that Harry's children, Archie and Lilibet, haven't yet experienced the royal Easter traditions, which could add to his emotional distress. The Easter Sunday tradition usually involves the royal family getting together at Windsor for a service in St. George's Chapel, and then they spend a little bit of time greeting the public, and after that, they enjoy a traditional Easter lunch with roast lamb. In spite of the many challenges faced by the royal family, including the very public allegations made by Harry and Meghan against members of the family, there seems to be a sense of unity within the family. They're not shaken. Royal expert Lady Colin Campbell has talked about this unity in an interview with GBNews. She talked about the positive and family-oriented nature of the royal family. And Lady C has emphasized that the difficulty faced by the family, including the health problems and also problems with Harry and Meghan, has only brought them closer together and made their relationship stronger. So this choice by the royal women to wear green at the Easter service really was a subtle tribute to Princess Catherine, and also they were displaying a united front against the traitors Harry and Meghan. The royal family solidarity and unity have become more clear after Harry and Meghan's departure from their royal duties 4 years ago. The family members are certainly working together to help each other, and in spite of the adversities they may face, the royal family is still positive and they are hopeful and they are united. Well, folks, these are today's main news stories. How do you feel about those issues? I would really like to know. Please leave your thoughts below in the comments section, and then don't forget to support us with a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye, and I'll be back to see you soon.